violin tech. It takes a strong man to be a violin tech. Whew. I'm hanging in there, you know? I've been working on my cardio the last few weeks, and I'm pretty proud of how I feel right now. Not dead. All right. Okay, so the reason that I have not done a show in quite a while is because I have been locked in a studio for months, writing a new album. The song we just played for you is brand new. It just got released a few weeks ago. It's the first single from my new album. It's called Underground, so I hope you liked it, because that's kind of part of the new sound. And you know, when I wrote my last album, Brave Enough, I was writing from a really hard, painful place. I was writing about the loss of my best friend and my father. I was full of grief and trying to just understand and cope with what had just happened. So I was writing from a place of a lot of sadness. And to be honest, it took a long time to come out of that. I felt like I was situationally depressed for about, over 2 years. And I had started to just accept that, you know what? I think that loss changes you. And I think that this is the new me. This is my new normal, and I need to just get used to it. And I thought to myself that maybe that kind of blissful, rose-tinted glasses version of myself had died with them. And I didn't think she'd ever come back. And right about the time that I started to write this new album, I felt that side of me awaken again. And I was so excited, and it taught me such a valuable lesson, because I realized, no, she was never gone. She was just covered up for a while. She was just hiding. And I think that a lot of times this is a very relatable thing that a lot of us go through. And that is why I called my album Artemis. Because Artemis, if you don't know, is the goddess of the moon. And I just love the symbolism that the moon provides. It's this beautiful thing in the sky that brings light to darkness. But also, sometimes it gets covered in shadow. And if you didn't know better, you would think that it ceases to exist, maybe, and that it's not there anymore. But just because it's covered in shadow does not mean it's not still there, and it doesn't mean that it won't return to full light. And I think that we all metaphorically get covered in grief, depression, anxiety, anger, whatever. There's so many shadows that can hit us in life. And just because we get covered in shadow doesn't mean that that person full of joy and full of life and optimism and beauty, that you're not still in there. So never forget that you can focus on what you want in your life, and it can come back. And so that's kind of the place that I wrote this next album from. And this song we're about to play for you is a song that is not released yet off the album. And guess what? Nobody's ever heard it before, including my band. Surprise! That's not true, actually. That's a lie. You'd be really impressive if I kept going with that. Anyways, this next song is called Guardian, so I hope you guys enjoy it. You're my first ears.